Tate Taylor lined up against Letsile Tebogo, the reigning Olympic 200-meter champion, at the Prefontaine Classic and beat him. That win put him on track to dominate the entire World U20 field. The one rival everyone wanted him to face there just pulled out days ago. So can Taylor really run through the rest of this field, or is someone waiting to stop him? Let's go back to that night at Hayward Field. Tate Taylor was not even supposed to be in that race. He got the call as an injury replacement, a last-minute name added to a field full of professionals. Letsile Tebogo was in that field. Tebogo is the reigning Olympic 200-meter champion. Taylor was an 18-year-old high schooler from San Antonio, Texas, stepping in against a man who had already beaten the best sprinters on the planet. Before that night, Taylor was already climbing fast, but mostly inside high school circles. He had run 20:05 in April, then dropped it to 19:97 in June, then 19:94 a couple weeks after that at the US U20 Championships. Each race was a new personal best. Each one broke a little more history, but none of them prepared people for what came next. Taylor ran into a headwind that night. Fast times get harder with wind in your face. It slows everyone down, and Taylor still crossed the line in 19.75 seconds. Tebogo finished behind him in 1993. A teenager beat an Olympic champion on a bad wind day in a race he almost did not even run. Think about that for a second. Taylor had no time to prepare for that field. He was not training all season to face a professional. He got a phone call, showed up, and delivered the run of his life anyway. That is not luck. That is what happens when talent meets an opportunity and does not blink. That time did something else too. It pushed Taylor past Usain Bolt's best time at the same age. Bolt ran 19.93 as a teenager. Taylor ran 19.75. Only two U20 sprinters in history have ever gone faster than that. One is Errol Knighton, though that mark was never made official. The other is Australia's Gout Gout, who ran 19.67 earlier this year. That name matters, because Gout Gout was supposed to be the whole story here. Fans wanted Taylor against Gout Gout at the World U20 Championships. Two teenagers, both rewriting the record books, both chasing the same title on the same track. It was shaping up to be the biggest junior sprint race in years. Then it fell apart. Gout Gout tore his hamstring during a training session in Brisbane. A scan the next morning showed real damage, a significant tear that ends his season completely. He posted the news himself, saying the report was not good and that Oregon was no longer possible. Australian Athletics confirmed it right after. Gout will not race again until 2027. The showdown fans wanted for months is gone before it ever happened. So does that make Taylor the automatic champion? Not even close. And here is where this story actually gets interesting. Because losing Gout Gout does not mean losing competition. It means the danger just changed shape. Meet Gary Card. He is from Jamaica, and right now he is the form sprinter of this entire generation. Card ran 9:93 seconds in the 100 meters this year. That is a national U20 record for Jamaica, and it puts him among the fastest 3 U20 sprinters ever to live. He is the only athlete in this entire field who has broken 10 seconds this season. Nobody else in the 100 meters is even close to that number. Card backed that time up with a 200-meter run of 20.28 seconds, which sits him second on the Jamaican U20 all-time list, behind only Usain Bolt. That is the company Card is keeping right now. Not just fast for his age. Fast by the standards of the greatest sprinter who ever lived. Card is not new to this stage either. He already competed at the last World U20 Championships in Lima. He finished 6th in the 100 meters there. That means he already knows what these finals feel like. The nerves, the crowd, the pressure of a global final. Taylor has never stood on that specific stage before. Card has. And now Card is coming back faster, more experienced, and with something to prove after that 6th place finish 2 years ago. Card's rise this year has not come out of nowhere either. He has been training alongside Keishane Thompson, an Olympic and world silver medalist in the 100 meters. That is the level of company Card is keeping every single day in practice. When you train next to someone that fast, your own times start moving too. Card's 9.93 this year is proof of exactly that. Here is the matchup people are sleeping on. Taylor and Card are not just going to cross paths in one race. They are both entered in the 100 and the 200. That means two separate head-to-head battles, back-to-back, across the same championship. If Taylor wants to prove he belongs at the top, he does not get to pick his moment. He has to do it twice. Now add Britain's Jake Odey-Jordan into this field. Odey-Jordan already has a medal from the last World U20 Championships. He won bronze in the 200 meters in Lima, finishing behind Gout Gout and South Africa's Bayanda Walaza. He also picked up a relay silver at that same meet. He has been on that exact podium before. He knows how to close out a global final under pressure. Here is what makes Odey-Jordan even more dangerous. He and Taylor are training partners this season. They line up against each other in practice, not just in championships. Odey-Jordan actually beat Taylor at the U.S. Outdoor Nationals earlier this year, winning the 100 meters, while Taylor finished second. That means Odey-Jordan is not some name on a start list Taylor has never seen before, and he knows exactly what it takes to do it again. So let's be honest about what this really is. This is not a coronation. This is not Taylor showing up to collect a trophy that already has his name on it. This is a teenager who has spent his entire season as the underdog, the injury replacement, the surprise story, suddenly walking in as the favorite for the first time in his life. That is a completely different kind of pressure. When you are the underdog, nobody expects anything from you. Every fast time is a bonus. Every win is a shock. Taylor has never had to carry that weight before, not at this level, not on a stage this big, and he is doing it on home ground. Hayward Field is where Taylor set his American high school record. It is where he beat Tebogo. It is where the crowd already knows his name and already expects fireworks every time he steps on the track. That kind of energy can lift a runner. It can also crush one. Taylor has talked about where his confidence comes from. He has said it comes from his father. Now the question is whether that same mindset holds up when he is no longer the unknown, when everyone in the stadium expects him to win, when Gary Card is standing in the lane next to him with the fastest 100-meter time in the entire field, when Jake Odey-Jordan already has a bronze medal from this exact championship 2 years ago. This is what makes the story worth watching. Not because Taylor is guaranteed to win, because he is not. Gary Card has the form. Jake Odey-Jordan has the experience. Taylor has the talent and the moment, but talent alone does not win global finals. Composure does. Handling pressure does. And Taylor is about to find out in real time in front of a crowd that already believes in him. The Gout Gout showdown is gone. But what is left behind might end up being an even better story. A teenager who spent his whole rise as the hunter, now finding out what it feels like to be hunted.